If you didn't do the test like this, there's a very high likelihood that you are going to miss this because you're only going to check it while the engine is hot, and then it might pass okay while it's hot. Hi everyone, my name is Michael Eilbrock from Diesel Training, and today in this tech tip video I'm going to be going over how to test a VGT while the VGT is cold. Okay, if you have any questions, comments, please comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Okay, so to start off, how in the heck do you do a VGT hysteresis test with it cold on a Cummins engine? Well, how you do it is you fool the computer to think that the engine is warm, okay? And what you do is you just go get you like a little 3-wire potentiometer, or you could get you like a 2-wire rheostat, and you just go into the coolant temperature sensor connector, adjust your temperature to normal operating temperature, as long as it's over that minimum required temperature value. All right, I just set it up to like about 170 degrees. So now the computer thinks that the engine's hot, and now it will allow me to do the VGT hysteresis test. All right, now, why do I do the test like this? Why am I not just doing the tests the way the manufacturer intended? Well, from my experience, ladies and gentlemen, on working on these types of engines and these VGTs over the years, not only will they fail when they're hot, but they will also fail when they're cold, okay? And this is a method that I devised over the years to see if it fails when it's cold or fails when it's hot, all right? So now that I've got everything in here ready to go, I'm gonna show you that what I'm doing here is actually working. We're gonna go to live data first. So let's go here on our Diesel Tablet 2 and let's take a look at the data stream. And then let's go to sensors. Okay, and then I'm going to select engine coolant temperature. So let me just scroll through here and find it. So engine coolant temperature and engine coolant temperature sensor signal voltage, and hit OK. And as you can see here on the software, the computer thinks that I'm at 176 degrees Fahrenheit and my coolant temperature sensor signal voltage is at 0.88 volts. Okay, so now I'm good there. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to go into actuation tests, go back and go to actuation. Nope, got to go back one more. So actuation tests. Okay, and now I'm going to scroll till I see the VGT hysteresis test, which is right here. Okay, and then here it gives you, what the test is doing. So if we just take a gander here and look, it says here, the test will not start if the ECM detects a condition that would prevent the test from running. If an error is encountered during the test, this can be due to an internal turbocharger error preventing the test from completing. If the test fails, this means that the test is completed and determined that the VGT does not meet the required specifications. So what this means is the test might say it failed, or if the test stops, then that also means that it has failed, the VGT has failed, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the test. And also the next thing I'm going to do too is just to make sure that my wiring going to the VGT, my power and ground are good, okay? And also to make sure that my can high and can low isn't dropping out, I'm just going to use my Power Probe 3. It's a voltmeter, okay? And then I can go in here and I can back probe and check my power, my ground, my can high, and my can low. So the first thing I'm going to do before I start the test, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the feed wire. So I'm at 12.1 volts right now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit start on the test, and then I'm going to check all my wires for proper voltage drop. Okay, so let me hit start. All right, so voltage is holding. Now I'm going to go to ground. My ground is good, 0 volts, 0.1. And then if I go to can high and low, 2.4 volts on the can high and 2.3 volts on the can low. All right, so the test is still running, but the other thing is too, if you listen to how this VGT sounded, it sounds like a bunch of marbles are in here basically, okay? So this VGT is in really bad shape, more or less. Now, this time though, it said here though, the test completed and it passed, okay? But let's do something here. Let's do the test again and see if it still passes. You're gonna run into this situation. All right, so let me go back. Let's do the test again. Hit OK. Hit start. And let's see if it passes again or not. So you're going to run into intermittent situations like this. So it's always a good idea to test it 2 to 3 times to see if it will pass all the time or if it's intermittent where it just passes or then it just fails. All right, now if you look here, see what it did now? The test is stopped. So when that happens, that means that the computer sensed a failure inside that actuator. This VGT is bad, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, if you didn't do the test like this, there's a very high likelihood that you are going to miss this because you're only going to check it while the engine is hot, and then it might pass okay while it's hot, okay? So it's always a good idea to test the VGT in 2 different temperature scenarios. So you want to check it when it's cold and you want to check it when it's hot, okay? And make sure that it's not intermittent where it passes one time and fails the other. If it does that, you are done, ladies and gents. You need to either try just replacing the VGT actuator or you need to just replace the entire assembly, okay? So normally from my experience though, when you get to this point, the best rule of thumb is just to replace the entire assembly, okay? Because if the VGT and the vanes are worn and the gears are worn, if you just slap a new actuator on there, it's probably just gonna come back. So best rule of thumb here, replace the entire unit, okay? If you have any questions about what was taught today, please comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Hope everyone has a good day, and thank you very much.